Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Team Toyota of Princeton to check out this brand new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander. This is the limited all-wheel drive trim in Ruby Flare Pearl. That's the color. We're going to check this Grand Highlander limited out, see what it's bringing to the market in 2024, see how it compares to the other two trims we've already done. We've done the limited hybrid max and we've done the platinum gas only. This is the limited gas only, so let's dig in. All right, front end of the Grand Highlander, we have a nice red front end, that Ruby Flare Pearl looking good against the gloss black grille. Functionality in the grille, top and bottom. LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED turn signals, LED fog lamps, looking good. Nice smoothed out front splitter area in that brushed aluminum, which I like, but what I don't like here are the side air curtains that aren't punched through on either side. Just punch them through, make them functional. I think it would go a long way, but overall it's a good looking front end here on this Grand Highlander. All right, wheel and tire package on the Grand Highlander Limited. We have a 20-inch aluminum alloy wheel. It's silver, but it's a darker silver. A little bit lighter than gunmetal gray, but a little bit darker than that bright silver, which I think will tone it down a little bit. Standard brake and rotor package. Now, these 20-inch wheels are wrapped in Yokohama Highlander XCV tires, 255 on the width of 55 series sidewall 20s, all four corners, four-wheel drive. All right, the full side profile on Grand Highlander. We've seen this a couple of times before. It's just a larger version of the Highlander. It's got those same nice Highlander cues to let you know it's in the family. Love the Ruby Flare Pearl paint. Nowhere is red in that name, but it is red, looking good. We got flat black over the wheel wells and along the bottom of the door sills. We do have some toned down silver trim along the bottom of the windows, which I think was a good idea because it goes good with the color of the wheels. But overall, it's a sharp looking Grand Highlander. As we move in closer, there is the flat black around the wheel wells. Let me know if that should be painted here on the limited trim. We come up here, we do have that nice Ruby Flare Pearl paint. See the metal flake in it. I don't know if the sunlight's picking it up or if the camera is, but it's really nice. And we have LED turn signals. We are color matched on the front and the rear door handle. The fuel filler on the left side. Up top, we do have a roof spoiler coming off the top. We do have that aluminum roof rails with a color matched roof shark fin antenna, but no sunroof in this limited. All right, the rear end of Grand Highlander, we have roof spoiler coming off the top. I'd like to see them take this wiper, tuck it up underneath here, maybe make this a little bit longer, clean the whole area up, protect the wiper from the car washes and elements. We have the Toyota badge underneath that, Grand Highlander underneath that, LED taillights, LED turn signals, and I like the fact that Toyota has them up top and only blinking on the outside, because if they did the whole thing and then when you lifted up this tailgate, we have to move them down here. So that was a good move by Toyota. All-wheel drive on the left side of the tailgate, limited on the right, nice, smooth, flat black on the rear bumper. And we have a dual exhaust that's tucked up underneath both sides of the rear bumper. All right, we're under the hood of the Grand Highlander Limited, and what do we have for a power plant? We have Toyota's 2.4-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 265 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. This Grand Highlander can tow up to 5,000 pounds. MPGs, 20 in the city, 26 on the highway, 22 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior of this Grand Highlander Limited, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much am I going to have to pay for this Grand Highlander Limited? Well, the first two trims we saw, the Limited Hybrid Max and the Platinum, are a couple of the two highest level trims you can get in a Grand Highlander, right? One was almost 58. The other one was almost 56 or 57. So now we've come down a level on the gas-only trim. To the limited all-wheel drive, it's one step below Platinum in the lineup for 2024, but we've come down in price. So what do we got? The base price for the 24 Grand Highlander Limited four-wheel drive trim is $49,460. Now we have to add in an additional $425 for the Ruby Flare Pearl paint, an extra $600 for the panoramic view camera or the 360-degree view cameras, an extra $350 for the rear hatch cargo lamps, an extra $358 for the all-weather floor liners and cargo tray, an extra $149 for the mud guards, and an extra $155 for the door edge guards. We then add in destination and delivery of $1,395 from Toyota's Princeton, Indiana assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP from the factory for this vehicle of $52,892. Before we get into the interior, I did want to let you know that Team Toyota of Princeton is providing Shabby's Ride subscribers with special pricing on this Grand Highlander or any other Grand Highlander they may have on the lot for sale. In order to unlock that special pricing, you got to do three things. Number one, subscribe to the channel down below. Number two, call Team Toyota at the number I have listed below and give them the promo code to unlock that special pricing. So now, let's get back to the interior of this vehicle. All right, starting with the footbox, a nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator. The carpeted floor mats are in the cargo area at this time. Door sill plate, aluminum door sill plate that says Grand Highlander to welcome you to the vehicle, which is a nice touch. Seats, we have power seats with lumbar for the driver, power seat without lumbar for the front passenger, and then we have this light gray leather with light gray stitching, nice headrests, nice bolstering, nice and soft, looks good, but you gotta have to be careful keeping this light interior color clean. Door panels, nice looking door panels, soft touch up top, some open pore wood finish underneath that, brushed aluminum on the door handle, flat black on the switchgear, nice soft armrest, good sized door pocket. We do have the upgraded 11 speaker JBL sound system in here. To the dash, soft touch, some stitching, an area for storage, a USB-C for the front passenger, which is nice, goes right into the heat and air vent, which I like. And then we have a nice large glove box. Infotainment screen, we have the Toyota's new 12.3-inch multimedia system, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto with nav, but of course the nav comes as a subscription, so you have to sign up. You have to go ahead and put in your personal information and all that jazz as far as the subscription goes to get the nav to work. So with the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, I'm probably looking at just hooking up my phone and using my maps through my phone. But we can pair our music, we can pair our phone, we can go into our vehicle settings down here and we can go ahead and get the Wi-Fi hotspot going. We can configure the car however we would want for our driver profile. So we're all set there. We go to reverse, nice large backup camera with the 360, nice trajectory, really clear. So I really like what they've done with this backup camera here in Grand Highlander. So that's a nice touch, but overall it's a really easy to use system. All touchscreen if you want, but we do have redundancies down below. As you can see, we do have dual climate, which is nice. We have 3-stage heated seats and 3-stage ventilated seats for the driver and the front passenger. So they got you covered there. So that's a nice touch. 4-way hazards, 2 heat and air vents. Down below here, there's your push button start. We have another 2 more USB-Cs, in fact, for the front. So that's 3 USB-Cs in total. A wireless charging pad. Here is the gear shift that's going to take us through this 8-speed automatic. Nice leather gator with the stitching. Area for storage here. 2 cup holders. The Toyota key fob. And get that going. Here it is. Lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, Toyota badge underneath that. And if you can see, it says Grand Highlander on the back. Now, down further, we have our electronic emergency brake. We have our auto vehicle hold on or off. Here is our engine auto stop start. We're going to rock with that off. Traction control off. Drive modes, which we'll go over when we take a look at the dash. There's our snow mode over there with our hill descent control. And then we have a nice soft armrest. We open that up. We have a nice area for storage inside. Toyota steering wheel, nice leather wrap wheel. Nice 10 and 2 notches with stitching, Toyota badge on the horn button, flat black on the switchgear with some brushed aluminum. Makes it look good. Round bottom wheel, but I have no problem getting in and out of the cockpit of this Grand Highlander. It is a nice and large driver cockpit, I would say, in here. On the switchgear, telephone voice commands over here on the left with your volume and the controls for your digital dash. And then on the right, you have your adaptive cruise control, safety suite controls, modes for your infotainment system, Seek for your music. On the left stalk, you have your headlights and fog lamps. On the right, front and rear wiper. Down here on the dash, you have your adaptive high beams, heated steering wheel, pop the tailgate, and then we do have a manual tilting, a little stiff, and telescoping wheel. So Toyota has you covered there. And then way down below here, where you pull for the hood to get to the engine, that's where you pop your fuel filler way down there by your foot, just in case you're wondering. Then we come on up here to our digital instrument cluster. Looking good. We go through our drive modes. We have normal, and then we can go to eco. Everything goes green. We can go to sport. Everything goes red. We can go to mud and sand, and then we have rock and dirt, and then we have our snow mode. We'll go back to normal, which is pushing the middle of the button, and then you go to snow, and all you have is that snow pop up, and that's it. So there you have it, and then of course you have more information in the center. You can check. You can change how you want your display to look if that's what you would like to do. And then you can hit the OK button and it'll save your changes. And then you have other information that you can go through on either side of your screen, which is a nice touch. And then you can set it however you would like to have it set. So it's a really nice, easy and simple to use digital dash, and I like how they have it set up. Overhead console. Here's a spot for your shades right there. Now, if you want to have your dome lighting come on and off when you open and close the door button remains off. Simple. And then you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, the lighting goes off. There's the SOS button in case you have an emergency on the road. No sunroof to show you, no moonroof, whatever you want to call it. Sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does, to block out the side sun. Driver's door panel. We have 2 memory seat settings. And then with this button up here, we have our power fold mirrors, and they'll fold in when you lock the car. Getting into the mid-row captain's chairs, here we go. Nice flat roof, so it's easy to get in. And of course, I can slide these back and set them however I want. But with this seat set for my driving position, nice amount of knee space, headroom, and shoulder width room. At 5'11", we have leather all the way down and a nice seat pocket behind each front seat. And then we have our command center here in the back, where we have our climate control for the rear, and also we have 3-stage heated seats for both mid-row passengers. So they got you covered there, and 2 USB-Cs, and then way down below, a nice home power source. So they have you covered. Rear door panels, same use of materials. The only thing we're missing is that wood finish. As you can see right there, there's the front door panel looking good. Here's the back door panel looking the same, minus that open pore wood. I would have liked to see them continue that back here, give me the same vibe. We do have security shades for both rear doors, so that's nice. And here's the captain's chairs, same nice leather, same nice interior insert design. I mean, nice soft armrest, nice comfortable seats, armrest. It doesn't ratchet, so I love that. And it's thick enough for an arm. Not the best one, but it's an awfully good center armrest here in the Grand Highlander. But overall, oh, and down here I forgot to mention, 2 cup holders, a place to slide your phones, and another storage area back there. But overall, it's a really comfortable place to be here in the mid-row of this Grand Highlander. All right, getting into row number 3 of the Grand Highlander. Just going to hit this button on top of the mid-row captain's chair, and it's going to move forward for you to get in. So now we can just step into row number 3. Nice and easy. Feels good. My legs are a little bit high, but not bad. What do I have here? I got 2 cup holders, a nice armrest. I have a USB-C action, so that's nice. I got you covered. I got lights and heat and air, and I got the USB-C going on the left side as well. So they got you covered for connectivity, cup holders, lighting, heat and air back here in row number 3, so it's good. Now, if I slide over to give you an idea what it's like behind an occupied seat, Again, no problem at all. So I could ride back here. Again, plenty of headroom as well. So I could ride back here as a full-size adult, no problem. So I don't think you're going to have an issue with the third row. It's got plenty of room for, I would say, full-size adults up to my height. If you're over 6 foot, probably going to be a little cramped, especially with headroom. But overall, I think it's really well designed, and I think it's well executed back here. All right, getting into the cargo area of the Grand Highlander, you pop the tailgate from your key fob or from the dash, or you come to the back, and right underneath G in Highlander is the button. You push it, beeps a couple of times. Nice electric assist on the way up. Nice electric assist on the way down using this button. And now with the rear seats up, you're looking at 20.6 cubic feet of cargo room, which is a really good number. This is the box that has our floor mats in it. So we'll get this out of the way for a second. Here's our all-season mat. And then underneath here, we open this up and we have a jack, which means we have a spare and we have a cargo area. The spare is underneath there, but I don't have enough arms to show you that, but trust me, it's there. Now, to get the third row down, all you have to do is hit this button right here and push them forward. A little sticky since they're brand new. There we go. Down it goes. Now you have more room, and of course the JBL subwoofer back here. But to get the mid-row down, we don't have releases back here. So Toyota, please start putting releases for the mid-row in the rear tailgate area of the Grand Highlander, and for the regular Highlander for that matter. But I'll be back with you in a second to show you how to put the mid-row down. All right, now to get the mid-row folded flat, we have some buttons here. So this first one here, if you pull this lever out, it's going to let you adjust and slide the mid-row backwards or forwards, which is nice. But to get this seat folded flat, we have number 2. It's marked number 2. So you're going to pull this up. At the same time, you're going to pull the lever that's on top of the seat, and it's going to fold it flat like that. And that's how you do it for either side. And that's why I'm saying, Toyota, I would prefer you to put a lever to drop the mid-row in the cargo area. But if you don't do that, at least just give me a one-button operation to drop the mid-row flat from either side, preferably just using this, like so many other car makers do. But that's how you drop it. I'll drop the other side off camera, and then I'll meet you at the back of the vehicle. And now, with the mid-row down, you're looking at 97.5 cubic feet of space for this Grand Highlander. Great numbers. But let me know what you think about the operation of those seats and how you like the layout here in the back of the Grand Highlander. Window sticker of this Grand Highlander. We'll zoom on in, give you the lowdown. Fuel economy. Standard equipment on the left, options on the right. Total MSRP. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, we're onto the road in this 24 Grand Highlander Limited. We're gas only, no hybrid in this one. Price is a little bit lower than we saw in the Platinum. So really, with the drive being the same driveline, same engine, same transmission, same driver setup as the Platinum, it all comes down to interior amenities and stuff that you may want to have in your Grand Highlander versus not have. And obviously the Platinum has more amenities in it, right, than this one does. But you're looking at a price difference of about $3,000, maybe a little over $3,000. So maybe that's more important than the extra amenities. So let me know what you guys think. I'll put the Platinum review at the end of this one so you can get a feel for both. But in this one, just like all of these, it drives really, really well. The suspension's well damped. The steering is a bit vague and light, but it's a big SUV. That's no surprise, given its size and what its mission is, which is to get you and your family and your friends and your gear from point A to point B in comfort. And this is what this does for sure. So I do like the practicality of this, and I do like where they have it sitting in the lineup, because you can get more overall cargo room than the Sequoia and save yourself 20 grand over buying a Sequoia. So I like that area where they have this put in to the lineup. I think that makes it more attractive than having to jump up from a Highlander all the way to a Sequoia, and if you want to stay with Toyota to get more room. But this one is priced right in the, also as far as competition goes, this one is priced about the same as a high-level trim Palisade or Telluride or Pilot, even though this is larger than those three. This is also going to be larger than your Explorer, and this is priced right in there at pretty much a mid-range Explorer, because as you know, Explorer pricing can go all the way to the mid-60s if you go all the way up to King Ranch. Very expensive offering from Ford. And if you remember, our Platinum trim Explorer was about 62, and this is 53, and you're getting almost all the same stuff. So as we come down the road, it just feels really nice to drive. Like I mentioned earlier, these Highlanders, whether it's a regular one or a Grand Highlander, very easy to drive, really feels good on the road. It gives me confidence going down the road, which I like. Obviously, it's not a corner carver, so be careful through the turns. You're going to get a lot of body roll, but that's to be expected in a vehicle like this, so you really can't complain about that. I just love all the room. The only thing I really don't love is how we get those mid-row seats down with the two-handed operation. I think Toyota needs to make that a little bit simpler. And if they want to follow in Kia and Hyundai's footsteps, go ahead and give me a drop from the rear tailgate area. I think that would be helpful and more convenient for the Toyota customer doing it that way. But really well damped, really smooth ride, nice and soft, very, very comfortable. Seats are really comfortable. Turning radius here, according to the specs, is 19.03 feet, which is pretty quick for one of these. So we're going to try that out, see how it goes, but I got to let some cars get by me first. Here we go. And that's really good for a big vehicle like this one. Really good. Now we'll feather in the gas since this is a new engine, and we'll see how it drives. Get you up to speed, no problem. Very, very easy, very effortless. Didn't have to put my foot down on the gas much at all to get this thing up and moving down the road, so that's good. Do have a little wind noise, do have a little noise from the outside, but not bad. Great visibility out the windshield, side glass, rear view mirror. I have blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that safety jazz in this Grand Highlander, so you can't complain much about that. Now we'll do an emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Grabs on, nice and linear, no problem. And now off to the races we go. You're going to get some noise out of that underload out of this Turbo 4. It's not going to be as effortless as a V6, but this is the way Toyota has decided to go in the Highlander, is this Turbo 4. Let me know how you feel about that. But overall, I think if you're in the market for a 3-row midsize plus SUV and you don't want to spend Sequoia money or any of the other full-size SUV dollars, because they're all going to be in the 80s, I would take a look at this 2024 Grand Highlander and put it on your list to test drive, because it's an awfully good vehicle. But I want to thank Team Toyota of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander Limited all-wheel drive for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.